right, Mr. Bogue. So we're going to go through a quick analysis here of all the games. All right, and we'll treat this like Mike and Mike. All
Okay.
right? So our first matchup of the week, we have Team Garrett going up against Team Allender. This is a 1 versus 5 matchup, and certainly Garrett is 9-0 and just dominating all of his opponents. Do you think Allender has a shot here?
Hey, I'll tell you what. If I were Garrett, I'd be starting my Secret Santa stuff really early right now, and I'd be getting Allender a box of tissues to let him cry in
Right.
after he whips his ass up and down.
Okay. I think that's a great analysis there. Do you think that Garrett obviously goes to the championship here? In his matchup with you, we could talk a little bit about you. You're in a situation, if you lose, you're out of the national title matchup. If you win, you're certainly in. How do you feel about that?
One down and one to go. That's where we're at now. Control my own destiny. And let me tell you something about Davidson, okay? You know what I'm reading here, Wes? You know what I'm reading? Yesterday's news. And you know who's in it? Davidson and Garrett. And they're in there real tight. You know where we take yesterday's news? To the garbage can. Take it to the curb. Because comparatively speaking, Davidson, you are nothing but garbage to me.
Strong words there. Excellent. So, yeah, that covers the second matchup of the week with Bogue and Davidson, 8-2, 2-8. Wish you the best there. It's
gonna be a walkover.
Certainly wish Davidson the best as well. We got game 3 of the week is Shelby and Ronaldo. Ronaldo coming off a pretty big win last week, pulled out a 1-point thriller against Team Bockelman.
What's Ronaldo's record?
He is 4-5 on the year,
That's embarrassing.
and Dave is right on your tail in terms of how he could finish in this national title race. So you're looking at right now. This game here is you're looking at potentially a guy that could pass you up here.
You know what? With Dave's new haircut, I'll be watching out. Ronaldo might be barking up your tree, buddy.
Excellent. So that's certainly going to be a good one as well. And then we have Team Bockelman going up against Team Hauser. You sit right across from Hauser. Last week he pulls out a very good win. What's he doing over there to kind of change up his routine or look at ways maybe he can pull out another one this
He's
week?
not dead yet. Old Hauser is showing signs of life, and let me tell you, last week I was getting ready to pull the cord on the old guy, but Bockelman, he'll have his lap full of issues when Paul comes at him this week.
Absolutely. And then game 5 here, an interesting matchup here is your good friend Westfall.
Boise State.
Boise State, who you guys have certainly had some words and had some great matchups. And he's going to be going up against Team Wilbanks. And,
Yeah, 5-5 up against 4-5. The battle for nothing.
Right.
There's
Well,
your
you
Dollar
have to-
General Bowl.
You have to think of these guys of being potential contenders for the MasterCard Bowl, because if you look at Westfall's situation, if he wins, he goes to 6-5. If Bockelman takes a loss, and if there's some other things up in the top of the rankings that happen,
6-5.
Yeah,
6-5. That's what championships are built on now. 6-5. That's embarrassing. Next game.
and then we have. This is a game that I'm not really happy about.
Here's your Dollar General Bowl.
Yeah, certainly. It's myself here, Team Anders versus Bocock, and I mean, you know a little bit about how to beat Bocock. He's not a very high point scorer. Is there any tips, pointers you can give me that I could take into this?
You got to lay the wood.
Yeah,
Let him take the wood this week.
yeah, I agree. So I plan to do that, and hopefully we can secure a victory here
Excellent.
on my end. Any other thoughts? I mean, this is the last week before
Happened
bowl
so
week.
fast you can't even talk about it, can you guys?
Yeah.
Week 10.
Yeah, well, this is week 12. So
Week
this is the
12.
last week,
I've been asleep a couple weeks
and still pulling out an 8-2 record. That's
and
pretty
pulling out an
impressive.
8-2 record. Not too shabby.
Well, thanks for your time again, Mr. Bogue, and we'll get this week underway here. Is there any last words you have to say for the team?
No more questions.
Excellent.